There's been talk that the only real way to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. would be to have term limits for Congress. How do you feel about term limits? Will this ever occur?
I feel very strongly about term limits, and no, it will not occur. So no one in Congress, King, is going to vote themselves out of a job. Let's get serious here. But I believe in term limits at all levels of government, federal, state, local. I just don't believe that we should have career politicians. It breeds corruption. Not necessarily that people go into politics and want to take advantage of the system. The system itself just causes it to happen. So what I would like to see occur here, at least related to Congress, term limits. 2 terms as a senator, 6 terms if you're in the House. That gives you 12 years max. Now, you could be a congressman or a congresswoman for a period of time. Let's say you do 6 terms, and then you want to be a senator, and you do 2 terms, so then you get another 12 years. That's fine. My view is you should not be in the same governmental elected position for more than 12 years maximum. And of course, we already have a limitation on the presidency of 2 terms, which is 8 years. Now, of course, you have Mitch McConnell, who I felt made a wisecrack about this when asked about term limits, which he does not support. His response was, we already have term limits. They're called elections. Ha, ha, ha. He's missing the point. It's about what the motivation is. The motivation needs to be to do the right thing. In the system where you don't have term limits built in, the motivation becomes to get reelected. That's why we have people like McConnell, Pelosi, Schumer, Orrin Hatch. These people have been serving over 30 years in Congress. You know, it's time to go. We have a term limit on the president. We have term limit on many governors around the country. But we really don't have much when it comes to legislatures and legislators. Why? It's very simple. Because they're not going to vote to limit themselves. They're going to vote to limit others, like Congress votes to put a term limit on the presidency. Various legislators around the country will vote to have term limits on the governor, but not the other way around. So it's really the ultimate in hypocrisy. So I don't think that term limits are going to solve all the problems or completely drain the swamp, but I believe it's a step in the right direction.